Hey guys, this is Annie from the STEAM Engine out of the West Georgia Regional Library System, and today we're going to be doing kind of a brief little tutorial talk over about drawing dragons. I hope you enjoy. So today I'm going to be doing a very simple drawing tutorial on how to draw a dragon. This is one of my own sketches that I did a while ago, so I'm going to give you all some quick tips on what I would do to draw, and then we'll just dive right in. I'm just going to be honest. I learned by tracing stuff. I probably would have just traced this whole picture and then added in all the details myself. There's no shame in that. It's a really good way to learn. You figure out where all the basics are, you understand how the legs look and everything because you're looking at someone's artwork that is a professional. If you are drawing with a pencil or a pen of any kind, you need to do light brush strokes like this. Okay, never draw like that. This is a big no-no. This is correct. Okay, so light brush strokes, never do that. The reason is if you draw your picture on a piece of paper with these really dark, big lines, and let's say you need to erase because you messed up right here, with a real sheet of paper, if you try and erase these really thick lines, you can see right here how it kind of looks. You're still going to have some of the line visible most of the time. See how that is? Sometimes you can get rid of a little bit of it, but one other thing you're going to have if you do really, really thick lines is it will actually almost tear through your paper, and you do not want that. But if you do these really thin, gentle, kind of just wispy lines, what'll happen when you erase those on your paper, it erases better. I'm doing this on the computer. It's going to be really simple. I'm going to just draw in here like I would if I actually had a pencil. So just kind of ignore that this is on the computer. I'm just going to do this all basically with general shapes, and then I will break it down as we go. So for animal faces, for the most part, all of them are going to be just a simple 2 circles. So you have your bigger one right here. That is where like your eyeball would go right here. This is where your jaw is, and then you have your smaller one for where the nose or the muzzle, where the mouth would be. If you're doing something that has a slimmer face, you would want a smaller circle. For Clay, he's a big boy, so he needs a bigger circle. And then you just connect these with 2 little curvy lines, like that. And now you have a basic face. The front part of the body, you just kind of figure out how long you want the neck to be. The back of the neck right here is going to be from this line at the top of the head, and it just kind of curves around, and then you need to stop at some point because you have to draw your shoulder. To do the shoulder is pretty simple. You're just going to draw an oval, and here is the front of his chest. So this is where your shoulder is, your arm is going to come down, you've got the chest right here, okay? And now you can just go ahead and add some quick legs. For the joints, like the little elbow, you can just add a circle where the foot would be, and then just connect that. Same thing back here, so it's another circle and another line. You don't really have any joints with how I did that one. Okay. Now, not only could he be a dragon, if we changed it just a little bit, added some nice little ears, added a mane, this little guy would be a horse. For the back, just draw some curvy lines, and then you're going to have to stop at some point to do another giant oval, and this is where your back leg will be. Now, back legs look weird. Not gonna lie, if you look at a cat's back leg, it does kind of this kind of a little shape. This is more what I'm going off of for a dragon. I just think it looks cooler. If you were to draw a horse, your leg would be more like this. because you've got your hoof and like this weird little thing right here. I don't even know what it's called. We need to give him more of a cat-like leg. So again, cat leg goes down, down, over, up, out. That general shape, but a lot curvier and smoother. So he needs to go down, and then we can do a circle here for a joint. Down again in the opposite direction, and then you can do like an oval down there for the leg or for the foot. And then you just need a tail, and you can do your tail however you want. I like to use my tails when I'm drawing an animal that has one to cover up the feet, because I hate drawing feet. Feet are awful. And see now how I have this tail, it's going to cover up this foot right here, but you can still see part of the front feet. Scary claws. Now once you have your sketch on your piece of paper, what you're going to do, remember, your sketch needs to be very light, flowy, fluffy. Doesn't have to look great. You're going to go in and start cleaning up those lines. Dragons don't have super smooth noses or faces. They've got a little eye ridge that goes right here. I'm going to give mine a little bit of a spike and go ahead and start drawing a mouth. Their chins also come down in kind of a point, and their jaws are kind of jagged. Now let's see, I'm going to give mine some horns. Just like that. Kind of looks like a dog. Maybe I'll give him a little bit of a horn right here like a triceratops. There's his neck. Now for the eye. Eyes are kind of a pain. I do a more simplistic, almost anime style. It's just one line on top that's curved, one line on bottom. Sometimes they can be the same length. It doesn't matter so much. A little circle, another circle, and then I color the bigger one in. And there you've got an eye. Now you can go ahead and start lining the outline of like the back and stuff, because most of the time these curves are going to stay the same. Don't forget to go in, make sure you erase. And then you just erase your lighter layer and you have a more defined dragon without the extra little shapes. And then from here you can go in and just start adding your details. You go and look at more realistic drawings of stuff so that you know that there's sometimes a crease right here for the throat. Like right here, this part would come up a little bit higher. Sometimes there's a crease right here from where the leg is bent. With the back leg right here, it's going to go in a little more, same with the shoulder. Let's do a little bit of that. Sometimes you want to have a little bit of accent on the tail. Now for wings. Wings are a pain. They're very oddly shaped. Basically with wings, you just got to pick a spot near the shoulder, sometimes on the shoulder itself. Use that and draw your circle. Go a little farther out and draw another circle. Go down and draw a bigger circle. And that's your basic wing shape. So you just connect those dots and then connect this one only on the outside. Dragon wings, they're kind of famous looking. They look a lot like a bat's. Dragon wing goes up and out with these little tiny fingers that go through their wing, and then there's this leathery skin right here and right here that is thinner, and it connects the little fingers. But you've got to remember, they don't squash flat. This is bone right here. So like with this, the wing itself connects directly to the larger circle. Like so. And then there's typically a little bitty like loose skin flap that will attach this finger right here to the main base so that the whole wing is actually attached. So you can just add in your fingers, and then you go in and you add your little flappy loops, and there's your wing. Now you have to do it on the other side. I just like to guesstimate. Just like before, you're going to outline your outer bits. Make some of the joints a little bit of a sharper corner. There you go. You've got a dragon. So again, you want to use simple circle shapes for the face, lines that come down, and an oval for the shoulder and the chest, and then more circles for the legs and for the wings. Like that. These circle shapes are basically just like joints. And then again for eyes, curve, curve, circle, circle, color in the big one. And there's your eye. And then for more detail around an eye, you can just add these little lines for the creases. You can add eyelashes on the top and the bottom. Do not draw eyelashes like this. That is a big no-no. They are soft curves like that.